Hi Nathan, Steve Pope here, level 4 application with my answers to the 5 questions that you sent through. So question number 1, what I've got, so how have your cricket and or life experiences made you an effective coach? Having played a high level and obviously coached to a decent level at schools and clubs, I think I've been exposed to good coaches as well as good coaching. And I feel that obviously playing the level that I played, I've got a good understanding of the game, what it takes to kind of get to the highest level, and also what you like as a player to be coached and how to be coached. So I think kind of the people that I've worked with, the experiences I've had as a player and a coach means that I've been able to take a number of different things from each aspect and kind of put that together to obviously coach to a high level. Right, so question number 2, how will your coaching benefit the game in England and Wales? Okay, so currently at the minute I coach at Farnham Cricket Club. I also work at an all-girls school, Surbiton High School, which means I've kind of got a good insight into or opportunities to coach in 2 setups. Obviously with the girls game developing and growing, I'm kind of looking at opportunities of how I can kind of place some of our better players within Surrey, giving them an opportunity to play at the highest level. Also I'm working with all the juniors at Farnham Cricket Club, so that's obviously going to have a knock-on effect for Farnham Cricket Club in terms of hopefully their senior setup and their kind of standard. So I think I've got kind of 2 main avenues. I also coach one-to-one stuff, so I work for Matt In Touch, so he does private one-to-one sessions at Epsom College. So I feel that I'm offering quite a lot in terms of my coaching to England and to Wales, because I'm coaching obviously players that are over here. So obviously with level 4, hopefully improve my coaching, and then I'll be able to add and help bring through players that maybe one day play for England or even for the counties. Question number 3, how can you demonstrate that you're hungry to learn, willing to adopt an open mind and prepared to challenge your own thinking? Obviously during the COVID-19 pandemic, being a teacher, I had to obviously work from home, so we had to obviously adapt the way that we were teaching. That was by doing things digitally, so Microsoft Teams, sending out videos, doing lessons online, sending out tasks, marking things, assessing different videos that were sent back to us, creating challenges on Twitter, all these different things that we didn't necessarily use before. So obviously to take on board and learn new skills like that, I think was really, really useful and positive. And it's kind of gave me an idea for this year in terms of front loading, flipping classrooms and sending out stuff prior to sessions, so people can kind of have an understanding of what you're looking at before they get to the session. In terms of my coaching, there's always new things to kind of pick up and kind of almost pinch from other teachers and coaches. Obviously working with the England Deaf stuff, Mark Robinson, Mark Nash, and those guys, it's been kind of a real eye-opener in terms of what people or players are doing in terms of with the UCB and at a high level. So it's been really good to kind of experience that and try things out as a player, not only as a player but also as a coach, because I've been able to take some of those things into my own coaching and try and adapt them to suit kind of different players of different ages and abilities. So I'm always looking for new things to try out. I'm not frightened to use technology and get involved in terms of new initiatives and things like that at school. So I think that's pretty obvious that I can adapt and develop myself as an individual. So question number 4, what opportunities do you have for practically applying the learning you'll gain on the programme? Fortunately at school we do cricket all year round. It's an all-girls school, so we've actually introduced cricket to the curriculum. So I teach 4 lessons, single lessons a week, indoors to the girls. I also do Friday morning club before school. We have Tuesday after school nets with different age groups, even though that's going to be kind of affected a little bit now. And also on Sundays I do a lot of coaching privately, so like I said before, working for Matt at In Touch, so I feel that there's plenty of opportunities to kind of put into practice what I'm going to learn and gain from the programme. So yeah, I'm coaching cricket all year round. Obviously once it gets to the summer, that'll be my kind of cricket hours increase even more, so yeah, lots of opportunities to get out there and try new things out. So the final question, so what is your dream coaching role? Obviously it's quite a tricky one. You'd like to say that, you know, one day you'd end up being the England coach, but I think for starters, for me, being involved with the England deaf team and seeing some of the guys that play there and the guys that coach as well, I'd really like to kind of be involved in the coaching setup once I've kind of decided to finally hang out my gloves and stop playing myself. So I think that's a really interesting environment with some fantastic players, all of different ages, all with different kind of hearing disabilities. So I think that's one area that I'd love to kind of be involved in as obviously a deaf player and deaf person. I think that's a nice. I think that's where you ideally like kind of coaches to go. I guess. I'd also, because I'm a keeper, I'm really passionate about keeping. I'd love to work with some of the ECB kind of junior keepers, and also the other ECB keeping coaches. I know there's a number involved, just to kind of pinch some ideas, really, kind of get a feeling of what they're doing, when and where. Obviously I've got my ideas as well, how I kind of coach my keeping, having worked with kind of Jack Russell for a few years. So yeah, like I say, you've got to aim high and aim big, but I think initially those kind of positions would be something that I'd definitely be keen to kind of aim towards, and who knows where it might go. You could end up being perhaps an England coach one day down the line.